Welcome to part 10, I believe, of the hard drive, disk drive, storage devices. Today we're talking about a NAS drive. Hopefully I put one here in my hands in front of you because I can't take mine apart because it's being used. A NAS drive is a network attached storage device. It's technically not a hard drive, but you put hard drives in it. And those would look something like this. We talked about these in another video, so if you want to know how those work, you can go ahead and click on that link. Now, a network attached storage, or NAS, is basically used for backing up your footage. Other people can use them for editing off of, not locally, so across the world, different state, if you have editors, things like that. So there's a bunch of different uses for a NAS enclosure. The one we're going to talk about today is backing up your data, because we'll have a whole nother video dedicated to a NAS and how you can utilize it to make your business better. But today we're going to talk about backing up your data. So a NAS enclosure can have multiple different numbers of drives in them. Mine has 4, and I have a second one that has 2, and they basically run all of the time, and they have their own operating system like a mini computer. And you can also set them up in something called RAID, which is going to be a whole nother thing, but just think of RAID as ways of backing up your data for redundancy. So for me, I have it set up in a RAID where it'll back up a single drive to another single drive automatically without me having to do anything. That way I have a third source of my data in case any of my other drives go bad while I'm in the middle of editing other projects while they're in the queue, so that if I do have a bad drive, I still have 2 other drives. Also in RAID, most of the time, it'll automatically try to repair a drive if something goes wrong or bad in one of your drives. It'll repair it and then transfer that data back, and so it's all combined and where it should have been in the first place. So a NAS enclosure has a lot of really good benefits for backing up your data to make sure it stays backed up, and then you can continue going on with your life and not worrying about your data being lost. So that is my definite way to back up things using a NAS enclosure, but there's more ways to do it. If you want to see a whole video about a NAS and the capabilities of it, you can let me know in the comment section down below. But otherwise, some cool things you can do with it before the end of the video here is you can access it locally. You can access it outside of your network. So if you're in another state or country or wherever, you can access files from it. You can send files from it. You can receive files from it. And you can also have people edit from it, whether they're locally or not, or download files from it if you have an editor out of, not in your home or your office. So that's really it for NAS, but we'll see you on the next video.